What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling amazing today. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the best, Cancer, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy your higher self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So the purpose of this channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Saturn, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old Moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void, of course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be fantastic, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. So, Cancer, the moon is in Capricorn. And with the moon being in Capricorn, this is a tougher placement for the moon to be in, just because Capricorn is our opposite sign, so the moon's technically in detriment there. Your energy's a little interesting there for the moon, but this is a great energy because Capricorn is very they're the achievers of the zodiac. So if we have any sort of like ambitions, any sort of work that we want to get done, anything along those lines, Cancer, work with this Capricorn energy, because this is, they're the go-getters, achievers, all of that, and they're all about, anything that requires any sort of structure, strategy, if you're thinking about, focusing on your career, status, reputation, absolutely, that falls in Capricorn's wheelhouse, so definitely work with this energy, Cancer. They're great manifestors. And we are also in a waning gibbous phase, or a disseminating moon. And with the waning gibbous phase, this is taking the time, we're getting into that reflective part of the phases now, to really think about, one, to show appreciation for the growth that we've put into in this work that we have been putting, been applying in this lunar cycle, but also a great time for just reflecting, were there areas that we could have been stronger in? Is there something that we want to tack on, or improve, or maybe add on for the next lunar cycle, So just, this is, we're starting to unpack things, evaluate, so, and be kind with yourself, Cancer, during with this energy, when we're doing that processing or that analysis there. And then the last couple things. These readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And then the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested there, Cancer. Ha! I like that. How appropriate for this energy that we have here, because you have this, for our general energy of the day, Cancer, you have the sixth card of Libra, which is the repair man. And with the repair man, this is a card of repair, fine-tune, heal, fix, many working parts, reset, proceed carefully, needs fixing, make adjustments, recover, skilled, make things right, mend, restore, and upgraded. Now more on a, more so I feel like, I'm going to split this up. If we have something that we've been working on as far as like a business or anything along those lines, maybe like even like some kind of like, if we're trying to get like a side hustle, or maybe even like a project or something that we've just been kind of working on. I feel like what great energy with Capricorn to work on any sort of fine tune is work with this waning gibbous phase. What things can we improve, because there are, as we, whatever this thing is, as we get experience with it over these cycles, that's when we really start knowing when the adjustments are being made. We can always anticipate, what we might think, what things that might need some tweaking, but it's really not until you get going, and then this has become a part of your part of your journey, that we see what areas may need, like, need that nurturing touch, Cancer. What needs to be mended, restored, possibly even upgraded. How do we make things right? And I'll tell you what, Cancer, as you do that stuff, you start, because those repairs and things, those are refinements. You're refining your skills, and it's making you stronger. Now, more so on like a personal level, because when how I was talking about with the moon being in detriment in Capricorn. Capricorn is this energy, because when you have a moon, like more so, like less, I feel like about less in Taurus maybe, but more, I'll throw Taurus in the mix too. When you have a moon in an earth sign, it takes a little bit more to get closer to them, to feel those emotions. And I bring that up to say that sometimes instead of feeling the emotions, especially with like a Capricorn energy, we have a tendency to work through those emotions or maybe not deal with this stuff. But the thing with that is, where we can take our emotions and channel it into productive energies, we don't want to do that to the detriment of ourselves, because if we keep ignoring the stuff that needs to be healed, it'll compound, because work can only do so much. We have to do this work, external things can't help this in the long run. You know what I mean, Cancer. Like if we're using that as like distractions in a sense, we're trying to like ignore the issue as opposed to facing it. So that's something too, don't be afraid to face those if we have any sort of like emotions or like, maybe some healing that needs to be done, Cancer. Do some fine tuning, whether that be emotionally, and that could be physically, that can be spiritually, but getting yourself in balance, getting that harmony. But let's get some tarot on this and see how we can work with these energies. Wow, talk about finding balance, temperance to the max. Hold on, Cancer. Hold on, let's see that. Absolutely, because you got temperance here, 2 of coins, more man, and then Libra's card. I love this. Let me tell you what's going on. So you got the temperance card, the 4 of swords, and then the 2 of coins. And this is fantastic, Cancer. I feel that, however this situation may, if it's applying to you, or if it applies in the future, if we're noticing some things that are feeling off balance, that's something that doesn't feel right, seems, I don't know how well you can tell this here. It's like you got a clear picture of this, is this a unicorn? You got a clear picture of this unicorn here, because you're a unicorn, Cancer, so magical. But if everything seems something feels a little fuzzy, distorted here, whether this be in like your business, for example, or if this is with you, Cancer, then let's start working on this. Let's start nurturing that. Look at how this bear is tending to this little sprout here. That shows, Cancer, we don't have to always be, even thinking with that Capricorn energy, we don't always have to just tough this thing out. Emotions don't make you weak, Cancer, especially, where depending on if you got it in your big 3, especially, your sun, moon, or rising, they do not make you weak, Cancer. They strengthen you. We just have to nurture those feelings and put in that work and really whatever it is that we're doing. This 2 of coins here, it's how we work with the energies. When we find that, when we see something is not in sync here, we get that thing back, get that groove back going there. This is, which one is this? This is Jupiter in Capricorn. And when we focus on these things, Cancer, we get more abundance here, because the 4 of swords, this is Jupiter and Libra. And let's just finish off this trifecta, Cancer. The temperance card is Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter's exalted in our sign, right, Cancer? And if you didn't, you know now. So take this time, Cancer. See how this pelican zenned out here? Let's pause for a second. If we notice how we can work with stuff, if we notice things, that are out of balance, that could use a little tending to, let's do that stuff. Let's put in that work, because I feel like, too, just thinking with Capricorn, it's interesting that when you think about that energy, sometimes they don't want to deal with the, may tend to put the emotions on the side. But when you were to focus on this stuff, it solves just all of your, when you focus here and deal with those whatever this is here, man, how your productivity going out is going to even improve tenfold. You know, you're going to feel more ambitious, more inspired, more just more. So more. All right, Cancer, see? What more do you need? All right, hold on. Let's see what are going to be some, oh, actually, let's get some tea, and let's see what are going to be some challenges working with this energy. Eight of Coins, I dig it. And with the Eight of Coins, Cancer, some challenges. Oh, yeah. Hold up again, we got a little surprise card here. Yeah, we do. It's the Strength card. That's what I'm talking about, Cancer. Because let's talk about this. Because that's what we're focusing on. You know, if there's areas that aren't, you know, like in our business that we may notice that are weak, or just areas in us that just need, that we're noticing where our energies are lower, that just could use some restoration. The Eight of Coins, it's about getting in the practice of that. It's about making the routine, making it a routine. This is the Sun in Virgo. And when you think about making this a regular thing, sorry, Cancer, I got a little distracted there. I was like in like slow-mo for a second, but now we're back. But, you know, when we make this improvements like part of our routine, man, you talk about strength to the max. Like, again, that gets us operating at our best, where we're feeling inspired, where we're feeling accomplished, where we're just, you're just really feeling at your prime here. In it too, Cancer, when you focus on this stuff, it helps. It does. It just gets you feeling just all around, just whole again. So some challenges, you know, getting in that routine, you know, making this a thing. You know, it's just like how we start with the lunar cycles. Pick one thing and then let that be your focus for the lunar cycle. And that's not, you know, you can do other things on the side here, Cancer, but let's just make sure that we're consistently hitting that one thing, that we're watering that plant every day, you know, up every day through the lunar cycle as it makes sense, you know. And then watch as you get this, because I think I feel like I might have mentioned this before here, but I remember watching something where it's like, I think it takes what, like some 20-ish days to develop a habit, whether that be good or bad, Cancer. So let's get some good habits in the mix here. Let's start working this stuff here, making balance our norm here. Let's see what else we got. Love it. Three of Wands. Let's see what else we have. And the Sun. Come on, Cancer. Seriously, Leo's ruler. We want to talk, as the Strength card is Leo here. And so, Cancer, it may, because listen, I get with like these fine tunings, you know, making this stuff like a routine. This can feel, a little much, you know, a little arduous at time, when it's just like, you know, it's just like thinking about just like your daily routine. It's just like we get up, we got to brush our teeth, we got to shower, we got to clean up, we got to do this, we got to do that, and then throw in another self routine. Now I got to work on my confidence. What are my affirmations? You know, when we start thinking about all of the little areas that we can improve and tweak, yeah, that can be a lot, you know, and it can get to this place where it can be a little discouraging. You know, it's just like, it's like, is it really worth this happiness? Or, you know, is it really getting me to where I need to be? But absolutely, Cancer, when you start putting in that work, you know, start digging. I like how this little I don't know what this thing is, little critter here, it's digging up these holes. When we start putting in that work, you know, start moving that earth around, sunshine starts popping up here. You know, we start feeling revitalized and ready to just come out of our cocoon here. And really, because even when you think about like how a caterpillar fine-tunes itself, repairs itself, turns into a cocoon and completely dissolves itself and forms into this you know, to this wonderful butterfly here. Yeah, this is a butterfly. Well, this one's looking more like a moth. I got to sit down with all these animals here, Cancer. But ultimately, this is going to get you to your happiness. And it might seem like a lot in the moment, but bet it's going to be worth it in the long run. And just because I love this. Let me just tell you here, 8 of Coins and the 3 of Wands, Sun energy, Sun in Virgo, Sun in Aries. Look at all this. See how the energies are lining up here, Cancer. The Jupiter's here, the Suns are here. We just got to keep this stuff fine-tuned. More. I love it. Let's get some advice from Saturn here, Cancer. I dig it. Nice. Okay, so we have the 6 of Coins and then we have the Knight of Swords. In some advice, Cancer, you know, with this 6 of Coins, you get in what you get back what you put in. So, you know, this is a card of reciprocity for me. So don't feel that this journey is going to be too hard for you, or that you won't be able to handle this. Or because here's the thing, just even thinking with Saturn is the planet of restrictions, limitations, time, karma. And, you know, this kind of feels like Saturn work, you know, putting in, you know, doing all these fine tuning, putting in these skills, you know, doing all this refining work. But funny thing, this is what Aquarius card. Actually, this is Aquarius. He rules the first 2 decans of Aquarius and the last of Capricorns. Both they share a ruler, Saturn. It may seem like a lot of work at first, Cancer, but it's going to expand your mind, because Aquarius is brilliant energy. And then we've already talked about Capricorn. We just got to understand that it's going to lead you to different horizons, and it's going to, that these tweaks and things, there's so many working parts to you, Cancer, and you focus on these things and really build this stuff up. I mean, man, it's success, you know. It's you getting to your abundance, you know. And really, I feel like too, just like how this deer here is like kind of working this way up the mountains. I almost feel like someone's like taking a photo of like their progress. I feel like that's something too, Cancer. Monitor your progress. See how well how much you've grown each step along the way. You know, make it like either a weekly thing, a monthly thing, however however much you want to. But definitely make it a thing to appreciate the growth of and the effort that you've been putting into whatever it is. If this is a project or if this is in yourself. So, let's see what else we got here, Cancer. Love it. More. All right, Cancer. Last little bit, which is nice. Look at these birds. You got the 3 of Swords here, and then you got the 8 of Cups. And then let's go ahead and switch back over here, Cancer. Because with this energy, you know, these are the things that we're repairing. If there's anything that we've been in conflict with, that have made us feel upset, or that, or really just that we've noticed. Yeah, I feel like more so if we've been just really kind of at, like, if there's, let me get myself together. Yeah, if there's something that has just been in need of just some healing, or if we've been struggling to let some things go, or because I get it, Cancer, you know, because when we just got through these like eclipse energies, and the 8 of Cups is usually this is the only card that has an eclipse in it in like the Rider White deck. And when we go through like just like the letting go of things, it can be a lot at first. It can weigh down on us, you know. We can get in our heads, and there's could be a lot of this conflict. But see how this whale is coming up for air. This is like, I feel like that's what the point of this is. When we do that stuff, it provides a release, you know, just like a, oh, okay, I can let this stuff go so that I can do some more growth, you know, so I can get back down in the ocean and really start, you know, doing some more stuff to some more reflection and refining and some more growing. So, you know, Cancer, and another thing, you know, to finish up our little duo here, both of these cards here, Saturn in Libra, and the Three of Swords is Saturn in Libra, and this is Saturn in Pisces. Saturn in Pisces with this Eight of Cups. So really be thinking about this stuff, Cancer, this growth, this expansion, because that's what Saturn wants, especially being in Pisces, you know, for the next 3 years. That's all Saturn wants, is us to come into our sunshine, our balance, you know, our strength. And you know, we may not feel it as much as Pisces, but being a water sign, you are going to feel this, Cancer. You know, might feel it a little more potently than well, not most likely, definitely more potently than the other elements. So just something to keep in mind of these upgrades, totally worth it in the long run. So, all right, I think I'm going to leave that there. Hope that made sense. I got a little tongue-tied there at the end, but thank goodness Mercury retrograde is about to be done. But give this a thumbs up, Cancer. Help circulate this thing, you know, and share this if you know someone who's might, you know, kind of maybe been kind of struggling with balance, you know, been kind of been in need of trying to tweak some things, because you know you put in that work. It's totally worth. It may feel a little much at first until it's like you get it into a routine, but man, once you do, it's easy, it's breezy from there. So, and then subscribe, hit that bell button if you haven't already, and you'll get notified when I have these videos each week. And then I'm on this app, Insight Timer. What better way, you know, something, maybe some affirmations or some mantras, you know, or while you're working through this. But I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's a group to post positive affirmations, encouraging messages, anything along those lines to just raise the vibration. Share your experiences, how you might have struggled, but man, how you rose up, how you brought your strength and got that sunlight. And, you know, as it grows, definitely want to just schedule like different meditation groups and all of that, Cancer. So definitely check that out. And that information's in the description box. And then lastly, you know, check your sun, your moon, your rising, you know, check your Saturn, Cancer. Why not? Just check your chart. And then come on over to my other channel, Alchemist 8. I do videos weekly there, different themes. It's a fun old time, Cancer. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here. I love it. So I can get you out of here. And you know, Cancer, you got the Tower here, and I feel like this Tower has been following you on and off a bit. And you know, let's I'm getting your Oracle card. Mars is here. And you know, that's the point of these tweaks, these fine-tuning. It's seeing what is no longer working so that we can strengthen that foundation, because it's hard to build things on a rocky, you know, when we're building stuff on top of things, you know. Towers are meant to improve us. Hold on, Cancer. But yeah, towers are meant to improve us and meant for us to clear that clutter and to see, you know, and upgrade any things that are no longer serving us a purpose. And then Cancer, you've been getting a lot of Mars, and in which, I mean, makes sense. Mars is in Cancer until like the 19th. But I feel like there's a reason for that, Cancer. Because this, you got there for your Oracle card, you got the Milk Thistle card. Milk Thistle card, which this card is ruled by Mars and the Moon. And this is a card, this is a peaceful warrior. But I feel like with this, Cancer, because even when you think about milk thistle, you know, that's another herb. I love milk thistle. We're gonna actually, I'm gonna get a little nugget for that, Cancer. But milk thistle, that helps the body with, and this is not health advice, Cancer, you know, but this is it helps, you know, assist the liver, you know, to purify things, you know, to help process some of this stuff so that we can weed out some of that old stuff, those old impurities, so that we can bring in some new stuff, purify the body, you know. So this is really, Cancer, that's very Eight of Cups. let's think about this stuff. You know, what areas do we want to improve? Do we want to tweak? Do we want to grow to help us get back in balance, to get our energies right, to where we're active again, Cancer? You know, I feel like that. It's not that I don't feel like maybe that you're inactive, but there's this urge for action that I've been feeling here over like the last almost about a week here or so, Cancer. So get some eyes on that. Be paying attention to these things. But I think I'm going to leave that there. But last little thing with the milk thistle. Milk thistle, man, I would have loved that definitely growing up. Especially like if you have any teenagers, you know, just like, or kids, you know, that are either about to go through puberty, anything along those lines, milk thistle is great for that. Because all it does is really, it's a simple herb. You know, check with your doctors and things. You'll make sure it's safe and things. But it's a harmless herb. Well, let me not say that. I've been working with it for years, and it's just you can get it in like a little pill. You don't need a prescription. You can get it at the store, Whole Foods, or even just like your regular. I know for sure Whole Foods has all those herbs, but it helps just process all of that. The what's the word I'm looking for, Cancer? The hormones and things that are processed, that the liver has to process, because you know that change, Cancer. That's a lot, and it helps. You know, it does so much stuff. You know, helps with your skin, all of this stuff. So that's another good one, Cancer. And really, I just when I take it, I just take one a day. You know, and just one in the morning or something. So just a little extra nugget there for you, Cancer. And I mean, there's a freaking honey badger on here, which is hard as hell. So that's dope. But all right, Cancer, I think I'm going to get you out of here. So you stay safe out there with just this fine-tuning, and really be thinking about this stuff, Cancer. You know, what ways do we want to grow, get balance, and get our sunshine? And you keep eyes on the moon there, Cancer, because you know how the moon is. She's always setting you up for success. You're lining up with the energies. It's just like she's just really just trying to, you know, she really helps us along there. And I will catch you on the next one tomorrow.